Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
It's been one of those days. Even from inside the safety of a vehicle, the look of a bold and bright sun is overshadowed by the strong winds and the drifting. And that doesn't even take into account the cold temps and dangerous wind chills. We are ending 2018 on a bone-chilling note, and tonight is the night that you'll want to heed advice on bundling up and staying safe. Let's begin with meteorologist Robert Hahn, who is standing by with the very latest on the forecast. Robert, what can we expect tonight?
Yeah, still seeing some breezy conditions out there and some blowing snow, especially in open country. As we head through the next couple of hours, that should begin to and continue to improve. The other story is the dangerous cold air that has settled on into the region. Minus 14 right now in Grand Forks, minus 12 in Devil's Lake. It's 10 below here in Fargo. These are your air temperatures. You factor into these winds, at times gusting upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour. And we are getting those wind chills as cold as 39 below in Grand Forks, minus 37. Here in Fargo, 36 below in the Wahpeton area. I mentioned the visibilities, and again, in town in Fargo, a mile and a half. But you get out of town, especially south along I-29, and at times visibility down to a half a mile or less. Just a few clouds out there. Underneath those clouds, no precipitation out there, and it's just going to get colder as we head through this evening. Temperatures dipping on down into the mid-teens by the 9 o'clock hour. Again, bundle up if you're spending any length of time outdoors, and make sure those pets have some shelter out there, or better yet, just bring them on indoors for the night. We'll have an update on your forecast, including a look at your first weekend in 2019 forecast in just a few minutes.
Hopefully it's better.
Because it might be a little better.
It's been one of those days.
Exactly.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
You got it.
Well, travel advisories are being lifted. A lot of area is still seeing, they are seeing plowed roads, but there are some concerns if you're hoping to get out tonight. Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall joins us live from South Fargo with the very latest. Veronica?
All right, I've been checking on these roads all day. Now, earlier when those travel advisories were in effect, there were fewer cars on the roads. Looking behind me now with those advisories lifted, you can see that more people are starting to come out. North Dakota's Department of Transportation lifted its no travel advisories for our area, but says a travel alert is still in place due to blowing snow and slippery road conditions. Minnesota's DOT has also lifted its no travel advisory for highways 2 and 200 and state and federal highways in west central Minnesota as well. But even with the downgraded warnings, drivers tell me the roads are bad and everyone should be cautious and ready if they're going to drive.
Our Grand Forks to Fargo, there were areas where I couldn't see the road. I didn't know where I was on the road, but I'm just taking it slow, and if I have to stop and spend the night in Fergus, I will.
Pretty bad. It's blowing, and you got to go slow and got to have winter tires and a good car.
Now, not everyone is so fortunate. I spoke with one man who was hoping to travel home to spend the holidays with his family, but now he's spending them at a rest stop.
It's bad because everybody, in this time want to get together with the family to enjoy it, and I cannot do it.
Instead of being surrounded by family and friends, Ranzel Guzman is spending his New Year's holiday stranded in a Minnesota rest stop. After his car kept breaking down, Guzman decided it was safer to spend the night here and out of the sub-zero temperatures.
I'm supposed to drive to Philadelphia. I want to, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it because the weather is bad and I don't know if my car is gonna make it.
If you end up outside of your vehicle, stranded or something like that, it can be very dangerous in those situations. Law enforcement, first responders, and even tow trucks, it can be a while there before help can get to you.
Until it's safe to drive, Guzman says he plans to stay at the rest stop. When are you gonna get out of here?
I'm not sure because the weather is still bad and my car is overheating. I'm gonna maybe have to stay here until tomorrow to see if the weather changes. And that way I can drive carefully to where I go.
It's better to get there late than to not get there at all.
As he waits, Guzman says he'll be thinking about his family and how he wishes he were there.
I want to be with my family, but I can't right now. At least some other people have the opportunity to be with their family right now.
In Moorhead, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Veronica. One person is dead following an accident involving two vehicles and a semi near Horace, North Dakota today. It happened around 2 this afternoon when crews responded to I-29 and 54th Street Southeast. Our crew on scene says the fatal crash involved a minivan, a pickup truck, and a U.S. Foods semi. Officials have confirmed there is one fatality, but they're not releasing any more information yet. Stick with Valley News Live for more updates on this story. The severe weather is impacting Meals on Wheels in Grand Forks today. They were forced to cancel deliveries there because of the severe weather. But Valley Senior Services in Fargo was working today to get all the people on their delivery route who are homebound and counting on a hot meal. Valley News Team's Maddie Jelseth has their story.
Hi Sheila, it's Shannon with Meals on Wheels.
Sheila is just one of many who said they were shocked their meals got delivered.
Thank you.
I had no intention to be out today.
The executive director of Valley Senior Services says they do about 1,200 meals a day in the 6 counties they serve, and half of those meals are home delivered. But with weather like today, he says it's tough to get enough volunteers to help deliver those meals.
On a day when the weather is really terrible, I don't want to send people, just anybody out. I want to make sure that the people that are helping deliver the Meals on Wheels aren't going to get in, to a bad situation either.
The meals are prepared at NDSU. So if the university closes, then Valley Senior Services aren't able to deliver meals. But ARED says if they know the weather is going to be bad, they have options to keep the elderly fed throughout the storm.
We have some frozen meals available. We brought some frozen meals out to people because we knew that the weekend was going to be a long one.
And it's a ride that's expected to continue until Wednesday. In Fargo, Maddie Jelseth, Valley News Live.
If you'd like to volunteer to help deliver meals, you can call Valley Senior Services at this phone number, 293-1440. A man and a woman were taken to the hospital after a crash early this morning. Minnesota State Patrol says 45-year-old Jerome Herman from Crookston was driving east on Highway 2 when he tried to cross the highway. That's when he was hit broadside by 21-year-old Joshua Sensky of West Fargo. Herman and a female passenger were taken to the hospital. We're told they're expected to be okay. Sensky was not hurt. One person is dead today after a crash near Williston. It happened about 12:30 this morning at 32nd Avenue West. A pickup driver drifted into a ditch and hit a light pole, which fell on the driver's side. The 26-year-old driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Their name will be released after family are notified. A woman in Mandan is recovering after being shot by a teenage boy who is under arrest in connection with the shooting. Mandan police say the call came in around 9 last night. They heard reports of people yelling in the area, and when they arrived, they learned a 27-year-old woman was shot in the back. She was taken to the hospital and we're told is expected to be okay. Police say they later arrested that 16-year-old boy in connection with the shooting. No names have been released. A longtime district court judge is serving his final day behind the bench today. Bruce Haskell has been sitting on the South Central District bench for 24 years. He says one of the high points of his career is helping to start the drug court program and seeing people be successful in their treatment. He says one of the hardest parts has been domestic relations and child custody battles, adding what he'll miss most is all the people he gets to work with on a daily basis.
As things were getting closer to the end, you're kind of realizing that you're doing things for the last time and you're leaving certain people behind that you would rather not, but life has to move on.
Judge Haskell plans to enjoy time hunting, fishing, and at the hockey rink before deciding upon any part-time work in the future. Some people are looking forward to fireworks tonight to ring out the old and ring in the new, and it will be okay to do it in West Fargo. Employees at Memory Fireworks say this is a good time to light fireworks because winter means there's less humidity, and that makes for a crisper pop. But they say you still need to make sure that you're staying safe. And this reminder, fireworks are allowed in West Fargo from 8 o'clock tonight until 1 tomorrow morning, but it is still illegal to shoot them off in a lot of places, including within Fargo and Grand Forks city limits. And this reminder will have you covered leading up to Frisco and the much-anticipated game between the Bison and the Eagles. Our crew gets down there with the Bison on Wednesday, January 2nd, with reports every day from Texas, culminating in the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show on Saturday, January 5th, starting at 9:30 in the morning, 90 minutes to get you set for the football game. If money